With untouchable parents at the top of the music industry's pyramid, it might feel easy to say no to work and let the riches roll in. For Blue Ivy Carter, why can't she do both? Although Blue Ivy Carter has already started working, her main source of wealth comes from her parents, Jay-Z and Beyoncé, both of whom are extremely rich. Jay-Z is a hip-hop mogul. The Brooklyn native is worth an estimated $2.5 billion. The rapper has significant assets, and his income comes from various lucrative streams. He has a stake in a liquor company, Block, and Uber. He's got an impressive art collection and real estate portfolio, too. Jay-Z also owns his masters, and he intends to pass that ownership on to his children. Jay-Z said in a 2023 CBS interview with Gayle King, "I want my kids to see my work, and if they decide to sell it, then it's up to them." Beyoncé's estimated net worth isn't quite on par with her husband's, but it's nothing to sneeze at. The musician has amassed an estimated $800 million through her work in entertainment and business, earning most of her money from her album and tour sales, as well as her clothing business. Although Jay-Z has more than enough to take care of his entire family, Beyoncé finds it important to provide for herself. She said in an interview with GQ, "I truly believe that women should be financially independent from their men." Beyoncé will likely pass on this lesson to Blue Ivy. Thanks to her parents' influence and achievements, Blue Ivy should have no trouble remaining wealthy her entire life.
Jet Blue Ivy. I figured Jay-Z and Beyoncé's kid will own her own airline eventually.
You'd be hard-pressed to find Blue Ivy Carter milling about a terminal at a public airport. The celeb kid travels often, but she's got a much more luxurious mode of transportation than most. For over a decade, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have owned their own private jet. The purchase was reportedly a gift from Beyoncé to Jay-Z on his first Father's Day, and it's quite opulent. The aircraft can fit 16 passengers, and it comes with a kitchen and 2 bathrooms. There's space to sleep, watch television, and enjoy a cocktail thanks to its full bar. Beyoncé and Jay-Z don't only fly their children around in their private jet, they've been known to take a helicopter too. In 2021, Beyoncé posted a video to Instagram of herself and her daughters, Blue Ivy and Rumi Carter, holding hands en route to board a chopper. No word on whether they own a helicopter, but Beyoncé and Jay-Z do have other pricey vehicles, like a Ferrari F430 Spider, a Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport, a Maybach Accelero, and a Rolls-Royce Phantom 8, among others, making for a collection worth many millions.
I felt the baby kick for the first time. Made me cry. Kicked 5 times.
Blue Ivy Carter entered the world in luxury. Between the security Jay-Z and Beyoncé brought to the hospital and the reported renovations to their delivery suite, the superstar couple allegedly spent $1.3 million to welcome Blue Ivy into the world. And what a world she entered. Conditions only improved for Blue Ivy when she got home. According to an Us Weekly source, her mother had purchased a $3,500 loose-site crib for her 2,200 square foot nursery. Blue Ivy's crib was hardly the most expensive item in her nursery. The child also received a solid gold rocking horse as a gift worth $600,000. When Blue Ivy turned 1, she unsurprisingly was given an expensive gift and thrown a lavish party. Beyoncé and Jay-Z gave their daughter an $80,000 Barbie doll replete with diamonds and white gold, and they spent thousands on flowers and cake for her party. It sure beats a pizza party with store-bought cupcakes at the local park. For most children, joining a parent at work means sitting in a quiet office and trying to find an activity to keep themselves occupied. When Blue Ivy Carter goes to work with her parents, it's a little more exciting. Some of the work events Blue Ivy has attended with Beyoncé and Jay-Z have included the 2016 VMAs, the Los Angeles premiere of the 2019 live-action version of The Lion King, and the 2016 CFDA Awards. Then, in 2023, Blue Ivy didn't just attend events with her mother, she joined Beyoncé's Renaissance World Tour as one of her backup dancers. She set the internet on fire for months as fans across the world watched her progress throughout the tour via social media. According to her father, Blue Ivy put in the work required to participate. He said in a CBS interview with Gayle King, "She wanted to do it the first night, and we was like, okay, if this is something you want to do, you can't just go out there. You gotta go work with the dancers," and she worked every day. I watched her work hard. The Renaissance World Tour was a massive success. Beyoncé's tour generated just under $580 million on its 56 stops, making it one of the highest-earning concert tours for a female lead of all time. If Blue Ivy ever wants to attend college, she'll have quite the bullet points on her resume. Before Blue Ivy Carter joined Beyoncé on stage on tour, she was in the recording studio with her mother, making a record that would go on to nab her a Grammy. At just 9 years old, Blue Ivy became the second youngest person in history to win a Grammy, earning the award for Best Music Video at the 63rd ceremony for her work in her mother's song, Brown Skin Girl. While the opportunity to be featured in Beyoncé's music video was a birthright for Blue Ivy, those who have seen her in action have praised her work ethic. Kelly Rowland told E! News of Blue Ivy's effort, "I'm very proud. She works very freaking hard, period." Rowland isn't the only person who's proud of Blue Ivy's work. The young Grammy winner received praise from her mother in 2023 via Instagram, and later that year, her father expressed his pride over everything Blue Ivy's accomplished so far. Jay-Z mentioned, "And Blue, what makes me super proud and I still get goosebumps seeing her walk on stage is because Blue's been born into this world. She's been born into a life she didn't ask for."
I feel really, really just lucky that I can still do what I love and now have a way bigger meaning. That's to be her mother.
Beyoncé doesn't share many photos of her children publicly, but when she does, eagle-eyed fans are quick to note what designer made her kids' clothing, especially Blue Ivy Carter's. At the NBA All-Star Game one year, Blue Ivy was spotted courtside next to her mother, decked out in a leather jacket made by Givenchy. At another NBA All-Star Game, Blue Ivy sat courtside again, that time in a Gucci dress and some Converse sneakers. The famous daughter has also been photographed with her mother in matching Dolce & Gabbana dresses. Blue Ivy has also been dressed in custom looks. For her 2023 Renaissance World Tour, Beyoncé employed Pharrell Williams and Louis Vuitton to design couture looks for herself, her dancers, and Blue Ivy to wear at the Detroit show. At the Seattle show, the mother-daughter duo stunned in custom Telfar looks. And while she could certainly go to her mother for fashion advice, Blue Ivy apparently seeks out her father's expertise too. Jay-Z said, "She used to be frontin' on me a little bit, but I catch her. I catch her in the corner, you know? Now she asks me, if this is cool, if her sneakers or whatever she's wearing." Blue Ivy Carter is a jet-setting child, and 2023 was a busy year for her with regard to travel. She began her year by joining her mother Beyoncé on the Renaissance World Tour. The tour included a European leg, taking Blue Ivy to places like London and Warsaw, and afterward they returned to the United States, hitting everywhere from New York City to Los Angeles. In September, the family reportedly celebrated Beyoncé's birthday on a private island in French Polynesia. The stay cost at least $20,000 per night, which doesn't include travel costs to get there. Beyoncé and Jay-Z had been to the island before. In 2017, ahead of the birth of their twins, the couple spent some time there. A source told E! News, "They stayed in a secluded overwater villa on a private island only accessible by boat. They didn't do much other than relax. They were very nice to the staff and appreciative of the service they received." 2023 was hardly Blue Ivy's first time visiting Europe. Another one of her visits came in 2018 when she and her family enjoyed a vacation on a yacht off the coast of Italy, amid Beyoncé and Jay-Z's On the Run 2 tour.
For me, styling is all about ghetto fabulosity, baby. Like, you gotta bring a little bit of hood into everything.
It's quite common for a celebrity to work with a personal stylist. Beyoncé worked with the same stylist, Zarina Akers, for nearly 10 years. Beyoncé clearly saw such value in hiring a stylist for herself that she found it necessary to hire one for her children. Now, Blue Ivy Carter, as well as Beyoncé's twins, Rumi and Sir Carter, have their own personal stylist, Manuel Mendez. Mendez started as Beyoncé's personal assistant, and he eventually began buying clothes for Blue Ivy. Now, he's responsible for curating Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir's everyday outfits, which are made up of affordable brands and custom pieces. But the stylist won't be sharing any intimate details about the Carters anytime soon. Blue Ivy's stylist told WWD, "Discretion is always top of mind when disclosing any personal information about my clients, so I don't speak on them. I don't have time for damage control." Blue Ivy Carter is one of just a handful of children who've had the honor of being featured in Vogue. When she was just 11 months old, Blue Ivy joined her mother for a photo shoot for the magazine. And since then, the young superstar has been written about for the publication multiple times. Subjects including Blue Ivy's makeup, fashion, and her Grammy bids. Her mother, Beyoncé, has spoken about Blue Ivy and her other children in Vogue as well, providing rare glimpses into their family life through one of the poshest outlets possible. She said to British Vogue in 2020, "Motherhood has been my biggest inspiration. It became my mission to make sure she lived in a world where she feels truly seen and valued. Blue Ivy hasn't just been in front of the camera for Vogue, she's also been filmed numerous times for music videos for both her mother and her father. In addition to her feature in the aforementioned Brown Skin Girl, Blue Ivy was in Blue in 2013, Formation and Glory version 2 in 2016, Blues Freestyle in 2018, and Spirit Plus Bigger in 2019. Beyoncé said on Blue Ivy, "When I tell her I'm proud of her, she tells me that she's proud of me and that I'm doing a good job. She melts my heart."
We're artists, we're alike, we're cousins. That's what was really exciting for me, bringing the worlds back together.
Jay-Z and Beyoncé have an incredible art collection. The billionaire rapper and iconic pop superstar own pieces by artists such as Jean-Michel Basquiat, Damien Hirst, Andy Warhol, David Hammonds, Tim Noble, George Condo, and Richard Prince. Notably, the Basquiat piece they own, Empire, is estimated to be worth more than $20 million, as it's appreciated since the couple bought it years ago at an auction for $4.5 million. Beyoncé and Jay-Z are now passing on their love for art to their daughter and empowering Blue Ivy Carter to start a collection of her own. In 2018, while at the second annual Wearable Art Gala, Blue Ivy bid $19,000 on a piece of art of Sidney Poitier. Blue Ivy was so eager to purchase the piece that she raised her own bid. The auctioneer said to her, as reported by British Vogue, "Baby, you don't need to bid again. You don't need to bid against yourself." Letting Blue Ivy bid on a piece of art is just another example of Beyoncé and Jay-Z putting their parenting beliefs into action. Beyoncé said, "I let my children know that they are never too young to contribute to changing the world. I never underestimate their thoughts and feelings." If the life she's lived up to this point is any indication, Blue Ivy Carter will definitely contribute to changing the world.